It's all about pressing pause. I mean, it's all about pressing record and just going on with making the video. So that's what I'm doing. And I'm trying not to be, actually, I am trying to be awkward. I am trying to be weird. I am trying to be myself because that's all I could do. That's all I could be at the end of the day. Anyway, gosh. Okay, so this video is, what is this video? Okay, this is what, okay. Um, this is how much my first apartment really cost. Is that what the title of the video is? Anyway, yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to edit that out because what the heck was that? When you try to be yourself and you're too much of yourself. Anyway, so okay, this is a safe space, okay? You can just talk. It's okay if you stutter or you stumble across your words or just blah blah blah. Just speak, you know? Okay. So my rent, so I share an apartment with my sister, my younger sister. I'm 22, she's 18, and we have a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment. How we got that is because apparently, even though we work part-time jobs, it still was too much for the rent and all that stuff. But here we are. So, with that being said, our rent is, I rounded all this stuff off. Most of this, two of these things are like rounded off. Well, 3. Anyway, some of this stuff is rounded off. But anyway, this is an estimate, okay? This is an estimate because I don't want to say exactly how much because then I don't want some people later on trying to research and calculate like, okay, you said this is point blah 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 and this is da da da. That means you live here. That means blah blah blah. Da, da. So no, it's an estimate. So rent is I rounded to $1,570, so $1,570. But for the sake of this video, for equal like calculations for you, let's say it's $1,600 a month for rent. Light/electricity is $130. Phone bill, $75 because my sister and we have 2 separate. I mean, it's the same one. It's just we have 2 different phone numbers, but it's on the same plan. Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I meant to say. And then meal is $200, and then other is like anything extra or like surprise fees, or maybe we spend a little bit more on one of the categories. And it also includes for activities, which will round off to $2,100 per month for expenses, which is like all this stuff, how much our apartment costs, and basically us making a living and trying to anyway, yeah. Okay, so that's just our expenses. And yeah, it's kind of like the video's over, but so oh my gosh, what am I trying to, okay, what I wanted to say is that yeah, these are our expenses, which is what I just said: rent, light/electricity, phone bill, meal. And you may be wondering, like, what about the water bill? The apartment that we're at covers the water bill, so that may be why we had to get even like a bigger apartment or whatever. Instead of it just being 2-bedroom, we had to get a larger bedroom, like 3-bedroom or whatever, because they cover the water bill and they also cover other stuff. Because yeah, other amenities that they have at this place is a pool and a gym, which is like typical for a lot of apartments. I know my voice kind of like shifted into this type of, because having this voice keeps me like knowing what to say, how to say it, instead of, you know, like stumbling across my words, you know. I can't believe this is my personality, you know. Anyway, yeah, so this is how much our expenses are. And of course, if we're spending $2,100 on this stuff, because I wrote on a cardboard box, because reduce, reuse, recycle from we don't do free promo around here. Anyway, yeah, we're spending $2,100 a month. That means we have to be making double that or triple that at least, and saving money. The great news is that we are actually saving money every month, at least more so now, you know, because before we had to spend money before we had to spend money on furnishing the apartment, buying like furniture, bedding, cookware, dishes, towels, cleaning supplies, things like that, to really make this place a home, you know. Anyway, yeah, 5 minutes, 6 minutes of me trying to make a video. And yeah, that's how much this apartment cost. And now it's time to get more serious, you know, talking to the person watching this video, is that do not let $2,100 intimidate you from getting your own apartment. I assure you that it's really not that. It's really like, I don't even see it as I don't even want to say that word. It's like great that we actually have an apartment and like have money to afford a place that is $2,100 a month. Because that means if you can spend that, that means you're making that, and to be able to make that money is just so amazing, because wow, you're reaching further and further and further into where you want to be. And also, some people like to complain about like, oh, this costs a lot and blah 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 blah, but my mentality is that become someone that doesn't complain about prices. And as my motto is just make more money. It's that simple. And although it may not be simple, it's just you speak things into reality and associate that with something positive. Like, making money is easy. Money flows to you easily, and it's just that simple, you know. Just make more money. If you are just breathe, you know. Anyway, yeah. So should I make a video on how I save money, or should that just be in this video? I'll make a whole separate video on how I save money. Yeah. So yeah, like, comment, and subscribe. I know this video is for people who are interested in like knowing an estimate of what to expect, because you're trying to get your own apartment, which is like very crucial, because you want to have an idea of how much you need to be making in order to afford an apartment. But the thing is, as you already know, is that apartments vary in price. Why was I doing that? Anyway, apartments vary in pricing, and of course it's going to be more affordable if it's just one person compared to it being two people, my sister and I. And yeah, it's great that you're watching this video, because it means you're in the next step of actually moving out, which is doing your own research and watching other people experience what you are trying to experience. And I see pedestrians outside, walkers. Oh, stop! I'm just kidding. Hashtag Walking Dead. Hashtag. Meanwhile, I'm over here trying to make a 5-minute video. How do people? I see people make 5-minute videos. I'm like, how? And apparently I do yap. Apparently I know how to yap, because before I was like, how do I speak? How do I continue the video without making it? I don't even know. But I'm kind of been fidgeting this whole video. It's like the first video is like, nerveness. nervousness. And then the other videos after, it's like, okay, I'm calm. I know what I'm doing. I've done this before. Oh my gosh, I'm making a video. I'm being consistent. I'm being consistent. Consistent is a good Bible word. Such positivity. Discipline is such a positive word of aura. Yes, indeed. Yeah, that's how much typically how much you're gonna expect to spend for moving into your first apartment, like $2,100 a month. But the key is you youthful person, you young person, or maybe you're, I don't know, hopefully, anyway, you're looking for an apartment, okay? $2,100. Do not fall into the trap of this is how it's always going to be. No, this is your first apartment. Eventually, I hope you do have a goal to have an apartment that's like 6,000, luxury high-rise apartment, condo, penthouse. Like, this is just a start, of course, unless your start was being a penthouse. But anyway, this is just a start. And of course, your living situation is going to improve. It's going to be exciting. And maybe you have hopes of having your own house or a loft apartment, or what's other living situations? I don't know. Some people live on yachts and cruises or something. But the point is that this is just a start, and yeah, this is just a start. Okay, I need to end this video. This video has been kind of long. Like, what the heck? Okay. I look forward to... Anyway, yeah. So that's the end of this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that you found this valuable, even though I've basically been just, I don't know, yapping for the last couple of minutes, because I kind of like looking at my face and talking to myself. Anyway, that is so normal. Yes, exactly. Anyway, I'm kind of showing my real personality a little bit, but yeah. So that is the end of this video. I know it kind of feels like I'm speaking up from a microphone because my voice kind of elevated a little bit, but yeah. See you in the next video, and I hope you stay for, of course you're gonna stay because I'm just that awesome. What am I doing? Anyway, what am I not doing? Because I'm always being awesome. Okay. I'm going to end this video because I actually need to make more videos, but yeah, this is how much our apartment really costs. And of course, I be spending a little bit more, but I also plan to be making more, and I'm also trying not to fall into the I deserve this spending, because that's how you don't actually save, and we just be buying stuff that you don't really need or that you do deserve, but you should remember your goal of saving money, making more money and stuff. But anyway, I do plan to make more money and reduce my cost of my expenses as much as I can, but also to make a lot of money, you know? Because this is temporary, like living frugally, is that the word? Like not spending that much, because right now it's like the bare minimum. Like, this is like, do I plan to only be spending $2,100 a month long term? No way. I plan to be spending like $100,000 in a day. I don't know why I said it like that. But to be able to spend $100,000 in a day, like casually, you have to be making like $1 million a day. You know, like it has to add up. What am I doing? You know what? Yeah, like this is a start, and I'm so happy for you for looking at my first apartment videos, because you definitely got this. You definitely do. Speak greatness into your life, into yourself, into your surroundings, and what you consume and watch and view, and people that you talk to, and all of the. And I'm gonna see you in the next video, because this video has kind of been kind of long, but you've been still watching it. I know you have. Okay, oh, my voice is kind of okay. That is the end of this video. I'm serious this time, and I will see you in the next one. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this one. Okay, bye.